Please do not forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload next. Billy Edd Wheeler, a beloved songwriter, playwright, and poet, passed away at the age of 91. Known for his distinct Appalachian voice, humble beginnings, and knack for telling stories through song, Wheeler was a man whose life was rooted in the rolling hills and deep valleys of Boone County, West Virginia. His death marks the end of a remarkable life, but his legacy lives on through his music, words, and the hearts of those he touched. Early life in Boone County. Billy Edd Wheeler was born in a small, rural town in Boone County in 1932. It was a place where life was simple but tough. The coal mines were the heart of the economy, and most families, including Wheeler's, lived modestly. His early years were spent surrounded by the beauty of the Appalachian Mountains, the sound of nature, and the hard-working people who called the region home. From a young age, Wheeler was captivated by stories, those told by his family, neighbors, and the songs that echoed through the mountains. His mother often sang to him, and the music of the hills seeped into his soul. Boone County might have been small and rural, but it was a place rich with tradition, music, and tales passed down through generations. Though money was tight, Wheeler had an unquenchable curiosity and love for learning. He found solace and inspiration in books and music, spending hours reading and listening to the songs of the coal miners and the gospel hymns that filled the local churches. As Wheeler grew older, his dreams expanded beyond the small town of Boone County. He was determined to pursue a life in the arts, and after serving in the Navy during the Korean War, he attended Warren Wilson College in North Carolina. It was there that Wheeler's love for storytelling began to flourish. His unique perspective, shaped by his Appalachian roots, gave his writing a depth that resonated with people. Wheeler's big break came when he moved to Nashville, Tennessee, a place where many songwriters and musicians went to make a name for themselves. Despite the fierce competition, his talent shone through. His songs had a distinct authenticity, an ability to capture the struggles, joys, and sorrows of everyday life. Wheeler wasn't just writing music, he was painting pictures with words, and his songs touched the hearts of many. A songwriter's legacy. Billy Edd Wheeler's most famous works were the songs that resonated with people far beyond the Appalachian Mountains. He wrote hits like Jackson, which was famously performed by Johnny Cash and June Carter. The song, with its catchy rhythm and fiery lyrics, became a classic, symbolizing the rugged independence of American spirit. Wheeler also penned Coward of the County, a heart-wrenching ballad that told the story of a man who chose peace over violence, a story that echoed the values of many who grew up in the Appalachian region. But Wheeler wasn't limited to one genre. His versatility as a songwriter allowed him to write songs that ranged from country to folk to gospel. Each song had a unique story to tell, and it was this ability to connect with people on a human level that made his work so timeless. His songs were often simple, yet they carried profound messages about love, loss, courage, and resilience. Wheeler's talents weren't confined to songwriting alone. He was also a gifted playwright and author. His plays, like his songs, often drew from his Appalachian upbringing, focusing on the human condition, the struggles of working-class people, and the beauty of the simple life. His ability to portray the complexity of rural life in America earned him respect not just in the music world, but also in the world of literature and theater. Despite his success, Billy Edd Wheeler remained a humble man. He never forgot where he came from, and he continued to draw inspiration from the people and places that shaped him. Boone County was always in his heart, and he returned often, finding solace in the familiar sights and sounds of his childhood home. He was proud of his roots, and he often said that the mountains of West Virginia were the source of his creativity. Wheeler's warmth and humility endeared him to everyone he met. He wasn't a man who chased fame or fortune. Instead, he focused on doing what he loved, writing, singing, and telling stories. Those who knew him describe him as a kind, generous soul who always had time for others. Whether he was performing on stage or talking to a fan after a show, Wheeler made people feel valued and heard. In his later years, Wheeler settled in North Carolina, where he continued to write and create. Though he wasn't as active in the music scene as he once was, his influence remained. His songs were still played on the radio, and younger generations of musicians often looked to him for inspiration. Even as his health declined, Wheeler kept a positive outlook on life. He often spoke about how grateful he was for the life he had lived and the people he had met along the way. His family and friends remember him as a man of quiet strength, someone who faced life's challenges with grace and dignity. Billy Edd Wheeler passed away peacefully, surrounded by his loved ones. His death marked the end of an era, but his spirit will live on through the music and stories he left behind. Billy Edd Wheeler's legacy is one of creativity, kindness, and authenticity. He gave a voice to the people of Appalachia, sharing their stories with the world through his songs and plays. His work continues to resonate because it speaks to universal truths about life, the struggles, the joys, and the importance of staying true to oneself. For the people of Boone County, Billy Edd Wheeler was more than just a famous songwriter, he was one of their own. He took the essence of their community, the resilience, the strength, and the beauty of the land, and shared it with the world. As we remember Billy Edd Wheeler, we are reminded of the power of storytelling and the impact one person can have through the simple act of sharing their heart. His songs will continue to be sung, his plays will continue to be performed, and his memory will live on in the hills of Boone County and beyond. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to daily updates and never miss a video.